Magsisimula po tayo ngayon sa isang panukala na inaasahang tumulong sa milyong-milyong naghihikahos na homeowner dito po sa Amerika. Filipino housing advocates are asking banks to allow former homeowners to rent their foreclosed homes and allow them to buy back the property later. Henny Espinosa tells us why banks are resisting the idea.
Mabuhay Alliance led a meeting with bank executives to discuss the rent-to-own option for struggling homeowners. Senior managers from Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, US Bank, Wells Fargo, and Citibank met with the Filipino housing advocates at the Federal Reserve on Friday. Mabuhay Alliance says not all bank executives are open to adopt the rent-to-own option because it entails a principal reduction.
JP Morgan Chase is open to it. Bank of America is also open to it, but it cannot just be in one one state implementation. It has to be a small number of homeowners first to test the water.
Mabuhay Alliance says the banks say they would commit to the program if there are incentives from the government. Today, Mabuhay Alliance sent a letter to U.S. Treasury officials to ask that the government subsidize the program. Besides the issue of money, banks think the rent-to-own option involves a complicated process of transferring ownership.
This is a big problem, but the banks are worried that it might be a big problem. So it's going to be up to Mabuhay to convince them, based on their interviews with homeowners, that the homeowners are going to work hard as tenants to keep up the homes, keep up the property values.
Mabuhay Alliance says banks, though, are willing to do a pilot program for the rent-to-own option in foreclosure-ridden areas such as Solano County and San Diego County in California and Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's very first in the country, and I'm very pleased that Mabuhay Alliance is taking the lead on this.
If we can't do the home loan modification, is to do the tenant to home ownership, which at least allows a family to stay in their home while the home is going through foreclosure. They don't get dislocated, they can pay a monthly fee, it keeps their family intact, and that's a much better way to go about it.
Housing advocates from Mabuhay Alliance plan to meet with bank executives and government officials in Washington, D.C. next month to talk about money, how much funding it would take to subsidize this rent-to-own option, which they believe would truly help homeowners get out of foreclosure. Henny Espinosa, ABS-CBN News, San Francisco.
A new source of revenue for banks across